How may I direct you?
Hold. Do not move.
Hold what, big boy?
Gideon! Rachel!
Howdy, Throat. Care to stretch your legs?
Be careful. Getting yourselves killed isn't going to do either one of us any good.
Cease talking. You will not proceed.
Don't you want us to state our business?
That is irrelevant. This is a restricted area.
Sorry, pal. Sometimes a man's just gotta dance.
Yes, well done. You've eliminated Steel Jack. You must hurry now. Free me from this cage. Well done. Well done. I chose well when I made you two my allies.
It won't be safe for all of us to travel together. The CFF is headquartered in the British Embassy. There'll be CFF agents waiting for your arrival. They'll get you inside. You'll be safe and in a position to help defeat the Hand.
Your pardon, my lord. We have suffered a bit of a setback.
More failure, attendant? Have I no able servants left to me? Perhaps I should recruit Brock and Ashanti. They are apparently more able than any who serve the Hand.
My lord understands that I only report what has transpired.
Enough! I detest men who grovel. Look at me. Face me and do not fear. You know my wrath is firm, but just.
It's about Thomas Mayacult, the man we apprehended passing secrets to Ashanti and Brock. He has escaped, my lord. He was rescued by Ashanti and Brock.
Escaped? He escaped? Why was he left alive to be rescued?
Well, we thought to interrogate him before...
Was he not guarded?
He was imprisoned in the Pentagon. We believed he was secured.
Belief is for the weak and frightened. We must act on certainty.
Yes, my lord.
You're certain you weren't observed entering? The Hand still respects diplomatic sovereignty of this embassy, but that could change if they knew Mr. Meaculp was here.
Entry was clean. I think we're safe.
You have much to discuss with Deep Throat, Senator. Maybe we can bring our national nightmare to an end.
I'm not certain I can be of much more help than I've already been. I've told Rachel and Gideon almost everything I know. I'm a programmer, you see, but I'm not that good. I know the general architecture of the Hell program, and I have ideas about ways of crashing the system, but actually programming something that complex, I'm not certain. I don't believe I could do it.
Katerina, Jeremy, is it possible?
Life is possibility, boss. It's a cinch whatever machines they're running the system on are way ahead of what we're using.
I know little about the hardware involved. They're extremely secretive about it. Even the location of the main computer room in the Pentagon is a secret. Anything I can't transmit online, I send over the tubes to the address Miraculum Sepulchrum.
The hardware may not be relevant. In fact, incompatibility could be our friend if it helps us disrupt the system. Give us some time. I'm certain we can come up with something.
What's happened? There's something wrong, isn't there?
We've discovered what happened to your attack squad.
Looks like our causes were more alike than we thought.
Vanders and the others? Are any of them alive? Have you spoken to them?
Sort of. You've more or less spoken to Vanders and Simeon.
What the hell are you two talking about?
Yes, tell us what you know.
All along, we thought we were looking for two groups of people. The members of your attack force and the people who were killed the night the scrub team came for us. Turns out that the two groups are one and the same.
What nonsense is this? How could this be?
It's disturbing stuff, Senator, and it's not easy to come to grips with. As you suspected, some of the attack force survived. 7 of them were taken prisoner, but Solix didn't damn them to hell or put them to death. No, the Imperator had more ambitious plans for these people, new technologies to try. Solix had them taken apart, Senator. Their bodies and their personalities were changed. They became new people. They would be the perfect agents. Hand planted them in strategic spots and waited. Except that they were sloppy. Not all the programming worked, and when they tried to use some of their new pawns, not all of them responded. The night we were attacked, the scrub teams were gunning down the remade attack squad. They were cleaning up a Hand mistake.
Then, if you two were attacked that night, you were once...
We were Vanders and Simeons, Senator Burr. Part of us still is, I suppose. And that's not the worst of it. Each of the attack squad survivors was programmed with a time-activated imperative. Rachel's imperative will activate in 3 weeks. At that time, her only goal in life will be to kill you, Senator. She'll stop at nothing, and you know how deadly Claudette Simeon could be.
Kill me? You would kill me, Rachel?
We don't know. Some of the imperatives never activated. Others did. We won't know about Rachel until the time limit expires.
Senator Burr, the choice is clear. You cannot be placed at risk. Rachel's condition makes her a casualty already. We have to hold her prisoner. Perhaps even execute her.
Watch it, Katerina. You want to see people get hurt? Keep talking like that.
The matter is settled, Katerina. The risk and the decision are mine and mine alone. The terms of the game are established. Pray to God we've time enough. You should resist coming here unless you have something important to report about the attack squad, Solux, or Hell. Just visiting the embassy is reason enough for the Hand to pick you up.
Deep Throat joins Senator Burr in the CFF command room.
Jeremy, you're looking better than the last time we saw you. Not still hungry, I hope.
I feel better. I've eaten.
Ah, what a happy sight. Our programming brain trust is complete.
Yeah, and we're cooking with nitro here and we don't need the interrupt. Now where was I? Yeah. See, if what Deep Throat's saying about Hell's on-the-fly texture generation system is accurate, then they must be compressing data with string space fractals.
You lost me with that, Slugger.
String space fractals. They're only theory in underground e-journals, but the Hand must have them. Borrows a notion from physics. The compression program creates an ancillary notional dimension in the memory manager and calls data from there when it needs it. Makes a system's memory potentially limitless.
And that rules out any memory overwriting bugs.
Keep in mind that the ICE systems are prohibitively redundant and thorough. Anything you can make here with these machines wouldn't get very far in Hell. As a practical matter, I'm not certain the system is crashable.
Nonsense. We just need inspiration and a case of yoo-hoo. Hey, what about a virus that attaches itself to graphics libraries and overwrites images? System could crash when it can't find an image it needs.
The crash would only be localized. That's essentially what happened when I first contacted Rachel and Gideon.
They've obviously got a lot to talk about. We'll check back with you guys, but hurry. We haven't much time. I can't give this thing away.
What do you make of that note we gave you? We got it from Massimo the Mad.
It's tough to read. This guy writes like he has the palsy. It's a computer algorithm of some kind. What's it for?
We don't know. Massimo seemed to think it could help us defeat Satan, but damned if we can see how.
It is a computer algorithm and it's definitely C-space code. Let me see your psychopomp. I'm downloading the algorithm into the psycho. Massimo said this will allow you to defeat Satan. Let's take him at his word. Solux has no doubt rigged every combat so that you can't beat him. Massimo's program just might even the odds. Give you a shot at defeating Satan.
Well then, we're ready for the androgyne. I wish I could see Solux's face when the giant discovers it's involved in a fair fight.
You folks come up with anything yet?
I think we're onto something here. We can devise a program that when interjected into the Hell system under the correct conditions will cause it to crash. The programming won't even be that difficult. Well, a little tricky in spots, but the hard part, the dangerous part, your part, Gideon and Rachel, will be ensuring its delivery.
I don't get it. Portability's the problem?
Yeah, for starters, you'll have to introduce the crash program directly into the main computer generating the Hell system, and we don't even know where that's located.
Deep Throat, any clue?
As I've mentioned, I've never been there. All of my contact with the main room was through the tube system. I couldn't even email or modem the main system. I had to download everything to disks and send them through the tube system to an address Miraculum Sepulchrum.
First things first. Tell us about this crash program and what you need from us.
We have to attack the very heart of the Hell system, the spawner program that generates the various pits and lairs in Hell. If we were familiar with the Hell code and had hardware even close to cutting edge, we might be able to program a bug that would find the spawner on its own. But we don't have those things, so here's where you two come in. As the Actidec proved, human minds and computer code can interact freely. A brain with psionic abilities is potentially extremely potent when linked with computer code. The first thing you need to do is find a psionic who's willing to cooperate. We use the psychopomp to scan and download data imprints of his psychic energies and then embed those energies with our Crashbug's code.
Problem number 1 solved, then.
Okay. The psionic will enable us to make a crash program that will not only be nearly sentient, but will be able to sense and avoid ice systems before it encounters them, thus giving it a chance of making it to its target, the Hell Spawner program. The spawner is the second problem. Right now we're completely ignorant of the code structure. Before we can send in a crash bug, we need to launch a survey program into the code generating an individual Hell pit. The survey bug will trace the code back to the spawner. Again, because of our technical shortcomings, the survey bug will need to be escorted through cyberspace by a human presence. You two have more experience with Hell C-Space than anyone else we have.
So, then we need a psionic. Then, either Rachel or I need to deck into C-Space and find this spawner program. Once we have the location of the spawner, Rach and I have to find the Hell computer room in the Pentagon, find some way to disable the people working there, and then inject the crash bug into the computer system. Gee, anything else?
Look, we're doing the job on this hand crash bug. What else could you want from us?